Friends, there are disturbing news from Uzbekistan, a country in Central Asia and ex-Soviet Union. Hundreds of thousands of people are in the streets protesting against the government, and the whole thing started from 1st Jan, basically against the price rise of petroleum products. The government delisted it from its control and let the companies raise the prices. Once the movement started, there arose other demands and spread from Almaty, one of the biggest, rather the biggest city of this country, in its capital and other parts. Almost 50% of Uzbekistan was inundated, and later the government decided to crush it totally. The present president even ordered shoot at sight. He asked help from neighboring countries, of which they have made a union after disintegration of the USSR, of which Russia is also a part, for their military aid, and promptly the aid was granted. We talk more about it, but before that, about this country. This country is the biggest landlocked country in the world. In ancient time, this region was used as a trade route between China and Mediterranean. It is surrounded by Russia in the north, China in the east, and Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, as well as Turkmenistan in the south. Its total population is approximately 19 million. You can make out such a big country has such a small population, very sparsely populated country. GDP is approximately 180 billion, nominal GDP I'm talking about, and must tell you that HDI, Human Development Index, is 0.83. That means very high. People are happy. What it means is their life expectancy, education, per capita income, that is GNI, gross national income PPP, per capita is very high. Still people have gone to the streets. That is the point that we need to think and understand why. The petrol price, when it rose in France, the workers named as the movement, the name was Yellow Vests, because they used to be wearing yellow vest. For months they continued jamming the entire France. And in many other parts of the world, the price rise of transportation or petroleum products or food grains created a huge movement. Unlike in India. India, it has not happened so far. It has happened on different issues, undoubtedly, like on farmers' movement, more than a year, and finally it won, and that must be remembered. Before we come to this movement and sum up the whole talk, I must tell you that this particular country is very rich in metallic ores, natural gas, oil, and coal, and being big in uranium as far as its earth contains. We can understand what China will like to have, Russia will like to have, because this movement is suspected that US and NATO forces are trying to destabilize. After the break of the USSR, it has been their prime task to penetrate into these areas, capture as much as possible the public property, the natural wealth, and cheap market. Imagine this particular country, how rich it is in its resources, as well as the human beings are so happy, the working class is so happy. But the whole issue is being derailed, like it happened in Ukraine. Okay, what are the reactions? We just go in short on this. UNO said, refrain from violence. Same old, if you have heard my previous talks and all that, any such thing happens. These guys have a ready-made blue book from which they quote. European Union of 27 countries says that the sovereignty and independence of this particular country must be respected. USA said is closely monitoring the situation in that country. How about China was different? It says it praises the Kazakh government for its firm decision, timely decision to quell the movement because it was positively by the Western imperialist powers. Well, what is China's interest? We can make out. UK was concerned, Turkey was concerned, blah blah, all were concerned. India doesn't say anything. If it has said, it doesn't come in the big newspaper. So, just to finish my talk on this, I must say the movement of the people, for whatever reasons, has started, and penetration of the imperialist powers. They won't sit quietly like happened in Hong Kong, but China crushed it. Because you have left socialism where the private property was abolished. Now private property is coming up, propping up. And once the private property comes, the capital comes in whatever form, in lieu of social wealth. It needs to grow, and growth is only one way, that it needs to exploit the working class. It needs to plunder the natural and public wealth that has been created by the working class. And to do that, it has to increase prices, which is happening. It has to reduce the wages of the people. Now people are wage slaves again. And what the people are used to, if you want to break that, there will be resistance. People may not understand that they want to bring the socialism back because they know revolutionary party existing there. In Bengal, they did not let BJP win. They preferred Mamata Banerjee, TMC, because they wanted whatever they had from last 35 to 40 years. Easy transportation, easy food, easy life, not to be wasted. Think of it, friends. If you have given the power to the capitalist class, the capitalism must grow, and it has to crush you, your resistance, or take the power in your hand. Thank you.